and this is so tempting, but I'm not going to spend my points on this. If I get these points, like I won't be able to afford the next season pass. If I get this would be, I'd have like nothing left. And I like the samurai armor. I love to see it, but I don't feel like it represents me very well. You know what I mean? I just feel like my mic is a little bit laying down. It was still in the right spot, but it was laying down for some reason. Probably was in the way visually while I had to lean back like this at some point. Now. I am live. Hello, Aaron. Buy bundle. No, I'm not doing it. I don't. I love this armor, but I'd probably wear it for like 5% of my of the time I'm playing Halo Infinite at most. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like it represents my vibe. I feel like it will be really cool to see other people wearing this armor. And I really look forward to people buying this and using it so that I can see them wearing it in battle. But it's just, aside from the koi fish, that is one of the coolest things, but I'm not going to buy this entire bundle just for this one effect. If they make it to where I can itemize this out of this bundle later, then I will buy it. But like, even if it's technically like almost half the price of the bundle, I still would rather get it at that price than buy the entire bundle. But like, those koi fish are just so cool. I like that a lot. No, do it. I have. Buy bundle. No, I'm not. If I buy the bundle, I won't have enough for all the, like, okay, look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If I go over here, let's see. So you get, XP boost, challenge swap, where is it? Where are the credits? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, I thought so. 4 at least, and probably another 5. And probably one more. 6. And, oh, 7. 700, 800. 800. So I've got still have 800 to earn in this battle pass, right? But like, and so I would be at 4,800, which means I would still have like spirited thoughts bangs. Yeah, it does. I think that all of this stuff is really amazing. And this is if these are the prices and they'll never go down, then this is a good deal. But if these prices ever, if any of these individually ever go on sale, then like if this one ever went on sale right here to like 1,000, then I'd get it for the koi fish, you know what I mean? And then get all the extra other stuff as a bonus, and that would be amazing. I especially like that chest armor, so I would definitely get this in that case. But like, yeah. Is Spirited Thoughts the koi fish? Is that the name of it? Let's see. This is swim moves. What's Spirited Thoughts? Which one is Spirited Thoughts? Is that one of the which one is Spirited Thoughts? Is it this one? Spirited Thoughts. Yeah, there we go. Crimson Dawn. Yeah. This one is really awesome, and I think this would look amazing on a lot of armor. Imagine, okay, you have this now. Equip it to Emil's skull helmet and tell me how it looks, or even send a picture of it in Discord. If you bought the bundle, put that on Emil's helmet, because I bet that skull, get it on all cores. Yeah, you got it on all cores. Yeah, because it's an effect, and that's really awesome. That's one of the reasons I like the koi fish, because that would be on all cores. So even though I wouldn't wear necessarily the same armor all that often. What toy?
Toy.
Your toy?
My toy.
Your Link toy?
Yeah.
Why you call it a toy? It's Link toy.
Yeah.
Can you say Link?
Toy.
Good. That's much better. Much clearer. I can show you right now because I already have Emil's on. Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay, do that and I'll be right back. Send it to me in the main chat on Discord, and I'm going to show it on the stream because I think it's going to look awesome. Let's see. That was a miracle that I found that Link doll that quickly. He wanted a Link plushie that had gone missing. From Legend of Zelda. Okay, from Wind Waker. Alright, cool. So anyway, this is all badass, and it's all really cool. And, like, I didn't even get this one, and it's on sale now. Now that's one I might get. This is a really cool emblem. Whew, the samurai sword. You know, the katana is very cool on there. Oh, this thing, by the way, this is really awesome. This is a fantastic, DMR bandit. With the dragon on it. And like the curvature of the handle of the foregrip looks like a katana. It's got like the stitching on it and stuff like that, like a sword. So cool. Are you having to boot up the game? Is that why it's taking you so long to show me? Oh, I never looked at the event. I want to look at the event. What's in here? Oh, that looks really cool. What I noticed about some of the ones that were in the store right now is that they remind me of Aku from Samurai Jack. That is a cool one. I'm happy about that. Ooh, a little cat. A little cat, you know, a Nico cat. Yeah. 1,000 forged plate. Is the music loud to you, or is that just on my end? Oh, you sent it to me in DM. Oh, okay. I'll go check. That actually looks really cool. That looks really cool. That looks really cool. Let's see. That looks especially cool. I like that a lot. I might actually be using these shoulder pads. This is a fancy AR with the, you know, katana handle for the foregrip as well. I did see this one on Twitter already. I like that a lot, and I'm definitely gonna unlock that. Okay, here we go. Yeah, see, that looks badass. That looks great. See, you basically stuck it on all of your cores. That looks amazing. They also have the Mark 7 helmet. Oh, is that the one you're wearing? The Mark 7 with the eyes? Like the skull helmet? That's Mark 7 instead of the skull etched onto the visor, but like the other one? Yeah, okay, yeah. That's awesome. I was gonna say that probably also looks really good with this with those horns, but yeah. Okay, I'm finally gonna boot up the map and start working on Overlook. Oh no, wait. I'm supposed to check out, I was gonna check out, my files? I was gonna hop into Nemolos first. Check out, Ripshade's map. I have the skull on Rakshasa too. Oh, nice. Very nice. Oh. Yeah. Oh, Rakshasa has like the teeth on one of the visors as well. Is that the one you're talking about, or is it a different skull on Rakshasa? Let's see. Okay, let's see. I don't have kick up so that I can see. Oh no, kick. No, hearing myself. Set this to 1% and then mute it to make sure if I ever unmute, it's not a problem. There we go. There we go. Now I can see a little better. Okay. All right. Hey, Ripshade, how's it going? I'm just loading into your map now. Ooh, nice. Nice. Oh, are you considering going farther this way, or is this where it's going to be like broken and cut off there? Let's see. How's it going now? Oh, I see. A disconnect from the highway. Oh, you rerouted. The roads go this way now, instead of looping directly. Interesting. And so you're gonna loop, and you're gonna have to get off the road and come over to this. Okay. I like it. I like how you put the highway, you know, pieces there. And you've got this here. That looks awesome. Yeah. Oh, what are you saying? Let's see. Oh, my stream was way behind when I sent Emil, so I don't know what she said. Oh, I have the skull on Rakshasa too. Oh, I don't remember specifically. Oh. What I said about it? I said it looks awesome. Look, he's got the demon horns from the new bundle in the shop. Oh, the baby. Give me a taker and try and settle her down? No? Okay. So it's got the demon horns on the Emil helmet, and then you've got that other one over there, which is really cool. And then I was hoping, why don't you send me? I want to see this one with the horns up close too. And you said you have the Rakshasa one, so that'd be really cool too. Yeah, I was spending a lot of time trying to make that upper route feel better, and didn't get as much done as I'd like. Do you want to see Rakshasa? Oh yes, absolutely, yes. That was what I was just saying. So I bet as you were hitting enter, I started saying that. But yes. Okay, so, let's see. Plus, my game kept crashing. Well, oh, yeah. I hate that. Whenever you get that crash, it just keeps, yeah, getting worse and worse. Oh, I'll just drive around it. Because this map is cool. Driving around it, though, is really fun. I'm just going to grab this and this in case I feel like that. And then that way I can go drive around a little bit. We're getting this one. That was the wrong button. Okay, so basically everything over there is still the same, so I won't go over there. This is looking good. Is this going to be like a broken off piece of the interstate here, like the way that you're gonna have it all like ruined and stuff? Is that why you have it angled pieces there to sort of show the where it's going to cut off? Because that looks really cool. Let's see. And around here. Okay. So, my question is, are you planning on going this way, or is this another part that's going to be broken and cut off? And then this is going to be a building, or what's the plan here? Oh, one of those big doors, probably. I imagine it's a highway door like on New Mombasa. That's my guess. And then this is going to be like a jump to the other side situation, where you had to jump the gap of the vehicle. Because that would be really cool. That means this route isn't really something you can go on foot. This direct route isn't really something you go on foot unless you have the grapple shot. And then you could grapple to the other side. Yeah, because I almost just made it. I think a vehicle could probably clear this jump. Yeah, and you can jump to there on foot, which is actually perfect gapping. I think that's great. I mean, you could always just hop off and then walk. But being able to just barely clear it on foot is really good, I think. I think it's perfect. And I don't know if some of these things are probably happy little accidents as you were planning it out, but like, yeah. And I had tried to copy over the road while we were in there last time, but it was not going well. it was I ended up completely butchering it, and then because I couldn't do undo because we were both in there at the same time. So I kept on like doing something that would ruin it and make it to where, oh, if I just undo it, it'll be really easy to fix that and do that again better. And then I'd hit undo and nothing would happen. I was like, ah. So I ended up butchering it. But yeah. Man, this is all gonna be really cool. I also really like, I think it'd be really cool if you had like some kind of access through one of these holes that I know is just a hole because you're in the middle getting the angles right and stuff. But if you had one of these be an access that goes up to the street level again, then I think that would be really good because it would help balance against the straight versus the curved. Because you can come up here due to the broken ground, right? But over here, yeah, I don't know, maybe not. It might be different now that you have the roads. That was a thought that I had earlier before you rerouted the roads. So maybe it'll be just as well balanced without it. But yes, it was pretty good then. I basically ruined it. Well, the road, whenever I copied it over, I mean, it was okay, but I might as well just delete this for you, like it's way in the way. Yeah, there will be access there for sure. The old one had it. Yeah, cool. I wasn't sure. I didn't remember whether or not the old one had it right there, so I was not sure. But yeah. Okay, yeah. This looks awesome. Aaron said Discord. That means he has sent me the thing. Let me set it to start loading into the other map, and then as I do, I'll pull up your pictures, Aaron. That way we can do it. We don't have to wait for the loading and do the pictures separately, so to take extra time. You know what I mean? We'll have something to do while we wait for Overlook to load in. But that is looking amazing. I can't wait. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. Here's Aaron's. Wait, this is the newer, like this is the new skull helmet on the Mark 7 with the horns, and that looks really cool. I love it. That looks awesome. And then this one is the one from Rakshasa, which has the very deep, dark skull black, parts. And that one looks amazing too. I honestly think of these three, like this one looks cool, and this one looks cool. I think of these three, I like this one the most because it looks more sinister and dark, whereas this one feels more like the dark, sinister evil of like the like the 80s, like 80s artwork where they would make a skull and a skull itself represented death, and that was scary in itself. But then with this one, it's like a skull that is also having angry eyes, which isn't something skulls can do, but it does make it look slightly more menacing, in my opinion. So I like this one the most, but I do like all three of them almost equally. So, like, if this is the one you like the most, then I would also agree with you at the same time. You know what I mean? That's how close they are. I just think that I think I prefer this one the most, personally. But yeah, let's see. The base is going to be interesting to build because I'm sure it's going to change a lot. Yeah, I bet it's going to transform a lot because you're going to be like, you're going to be building it and then rebuilding it to try and get the block out right. So I did a little bit of work offline yesterday, even though I wasn't able to stream. And I built something over here and then moved it back over to here because I felt like it felt more like a castle. So we have, I need to get rid of these. Like, they're extremely useful, and I want to actually save them off as a new version because this is, Scale, Spartan, whoop, uppercase the P, Spartan, plus plus. Actually, did I just do Scale plus plus? What, let me go figure it out. I'm gonna see what I named it before because I don't want them to be, I want them to be next to each other so I know what I'm grabbing whenever I go look at it. Spartan Scale plus plus, 60 unit radius. Yes. Oh, okay. Can you set her up with Dragon Prince in your bedroom while she's in there, and then she'll move, and then you can play on the Xbox? Okay. Spartan Scale plus plus, AR, BR, Sniper. There we go. That's what I'll name it. Okay, and then that way I can delete them all and be able to grab them back and not have to remake them with all of the wider radiuses. Well, I'll leave that one of them on the map so I can just duplicate it for this one. Okay. Well, no, that's not actually named right, is it? I'll just delete them all and replace one. But yeah, let's see what you were saying. Rip Shades fixed the audio. Oh, he did, yes. He was telling me he was working on that. Or he had worked on that for like a long time. Yesterday. But yeah, I was building, and then the GSNR the game kept crashing. Went to MCC for references, and that game wouldn't launch. Then I had audio issues, which took a while to figure out, but I think I got it down now. Oh, cool. Yeah. So this is the kind of thing I was thinking about going for with a ramp coming up the other side. This is a block out, but because they're curved pieces, I textured them to make sure that the textures didn't wrap badly. Because watch, if you have, well, I guess I'll have to break it apart. I can just remake this. Well, no, I'll just undo. But anyway, if you notice, if you wrap it, like there's a really bad side on this side. Round pieces often have like bad wrapping of their UVs in games, not just in Halo. Not just in here in Forge, but in a lot of games, you'll notice that kind of problem. Where round objects will have bad wrapping. And the reason is because they put a square, they took a round object and they UV unwrapped it, and then they shaped it to a square. But what that does is, it takes like there's a cone, right? So there's a thin side and then a wide side. So it takes this thing that's shaped more like this, and it stretches it to this. And that would make sense, except that the texture for this object with the bricks is not, if you stretch it like this, then that warps the bricks in to fit it once you're done, so it ends up completely wrecking it. And that's what they're struggling with on these. They'd have to fix that. They'd have to make a version of the brick texture that fits the conical shape of this, or they'd have to find some other weird way of wrapping it. And so it's kind of like, either they have the module nature of being able to place the textures on any shape and any object, or they have the good-looking stuff, in which case they have to manually make other textures. So it's just, yeah, it's tough. Anyway, I was about to show you, Aaron sent something in Discord. Let's see, what is this? What is this? This is that instrument. The automaton is an electronic musical toy developed in Japan. In Japan, known for its unique design resembling an eighth note, accompanied by an endearing animated mouth. Listen to the sound of creativity. I have seen one of these before. And this one looks like Kirby, of course. This is brilliant. Okay, that's probably gonna get me like muted for that bit. I bet one of my recent streams, by the way, did get muted. That's amazing. I bet one of my recent streams did get muted because I had that other like commercial or something. I forget what we watched like yesterday or day before yesterday. But yeah, I've got a lot of pieces sitting around. Like I disassembled this like pseudo roof. It's not finished yet, but it works. It's got like scaffolding built into it, and it looks really nice. I think for a semi-wrecked roof, it'll look really nice whenever there's stuff around it and like plants and stuff growing on it, or whatever. Forgot I can't send emotes here because I'm not modded. Oh.
Mom says no. She doesn't want to move to her bedroom.
Okay.
Because she can't bring a chair in there to sit on, so she can be closer to the TV.
I see. Can you go tell her that I said she has to? She has to let you go in there because, yeah. Okay. Yes, okay, wait. You can't send emotes if you're not modded? I don't understand. I don't know how Kick works. Okay. So like there's, yeah, it looks pretty good, and like this is gonna be a column. I understand she's probably saying no, but go tell her that I said she has to, or she's gonna be grounded from Dragon Prince.
Sad.
Go tell her Mama's sad, or else she's grounded from Dragon Prince. Okay. So, and then I've got this thing, which is going to be a column that I have in mind. Anyway, yeah, okay, we're getting into it. The point is, I was trying to make a block out, and I'm trying to do it the way, you know, you're supposed to do it, and that's something I haven't done before. I usually art and block out at the same time, so I'm like, you know, struggling. I ended up throwing textures onto here while I was doing it, just because I just instinctively try to art and block out at the same time. So, yeah. I might flip this over and stretch it, though, because you can see how this is stretching there, and it looks odd whenever it's next to a non-stretched texture. So like if I go to object and I flip it over and I scale it this way, then it'll start to stretch a little more and sort of start to match that one a little better. Eventually it'll actually get to a point where it does match it. But then that's going to go into this underground area, and that means I have to put rocks into it, but that's fine, yeah. Anyway, that's just solving a problem that's not even a problem yet. Did you like the small changes? I did, I liked all the small changes you did to your map, yeah. Not sub ones, it's to do... Oh, forgot not sub ones, it's to do with Botrix backend stuff. Right, yeah, and I don't understand how to get that to go away. Or to stop that. Oh, right, okay, so what I was going to do was, I was going to put... Okay, I need structures... Slopes. I'm going to use the Forerunner staircases, because they are... very, they have the hole through them. And I'm going to see what happens if I texture this to look like wood. Will this look good as wood? I know it's going to have like the weird lines through it, but that'll be fine as long as it looks like it's made of wood, because these people apparently were worshipping the Forerunner in some way. Let's see. What is at the bottom? Wood distressed. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Wood boards. That looks even better-ish. It's got like some like some nails in it and stuff. Looks pretty good. Wrapping ribbon metallic. I don't think I've ever seen this one come up. Are these new? Wreath decos. Yarn knit. Which one do you guys think looks the best? This is the one I'm using on that column over there, so it'd actually be a color scheme. It'd actually like have a good color scheme. This one would then be... Is this the inside of those? Yeah, this is the inside of the gaps. So if I went down here and went in with like, what do you call it? What is it? It is metal, brass worn. Yeah, I think I could use these. I'm going to use these then. I feel like if they were to put like metal inlaid into their gold, like they did gold leaf kind of thing, and then I'll just turn off the Forerunner emissive to make it, something else. Like, I could do the metal, actually, I'll just do that again. Because it doesn't need to be brass worn. There we go. Then you have this very nice wooden If only I could make some of the panels broken, but yeah. Okay, did you like the small changes? Yeah. Oh yeah, did you see what I got yesterday? Oh no, wait. Did you send it to me? What'd you get? I don't think I did see what you got yesterday. Oh, you did mention... Did you mention... that you had gotten one of the movies? You were gonna get a movie. Oh, wow. Oh yeah, the Dark Knight trilogy. You did say that, but I didn't see the rest of these. Dunkirk, Four Lions, Avatar, The Last of Us. That's awesome. That is a good haul. Okay, so this is... Is this the same height? Let's go copy this and bring it over here and check. Is this the same height as these sloped, ramped ones? Because that's what I need to match it to. Is... There. This is not the same height. And I kind of need it to be, and I can't scale it. So I think I gotta do the exact same thing with it. Oh, wait, I might want that back for interior. Let's go ahead and pick a longer one. This one is slightly longer. Let's see if this is gonna be the same height. Yes. Yes, that appears to be the same exact height. I could've... Nope, it's not. It's like one and like... It's like the lower one, smaller one's like 60% this one, which is kind of weird. Okay. Oh yeah, did you see... Okay, 50 for all of them. Oh, nice. Note to self, don't eat ramen noodles that are 2 years old. Lol. Wait, what? What did you do? Or what did someone do? Is this a note to self because you did it? Or is this a note to self because someone else did it? That sounds terrible. Went to Whataburger like 2 years ago and got such bad food poisoning. I blacked out at the, or very, very, very nearly blacked out at the hospital from dehydration. And, they got an IV in me, fortunately, and everything was okay. But, yeah. Okay, where is it? Metal... And then my daughter never wants to go back ever again because of it. Metal... Brass torn. There it is, finally. So, yeah, no, that's what I'm wondering. Did you do it, or did someone else do it? And you are, you know, taking note from their, like post on social media or something. Let's see. Metal... Brass worn. There we go. Okay, and there's no specific spot I need to snap this to. I can go delete this one, actually. I don't need that one. I know I went to delete it and then I stopped deleting it, but yeah. So these are going to be my staircase. Going up to a different... This side's going to be more squared off, and the other side's going to be... you notice how I put, like, rounded objects, like this rounded corner and stuff like that. The fortress is going to be all round. This side's going to be all, like, square-cornered and stuff like that, and look like a temple. And I've got this, which looks like a brass cap, which is... I don't remember what culture I've seen this in, but maybe multiple, where basically they make these brass caps that look almost exactly like this. I'm pretty sure they do it in England, in Europe, and I think they also do it in, like, China or something like that, but I can't remember. This isn't supposed to be specifically Japanese, and in fact, I have altered... I'm going to read that stuff in just a second. I have altered the plan very slightly since last time. We're not going full-blown Japanese. We're actually going, because we're pulling from the prayer wheels of, you know, of Tibet, right? Tibetan prayer wheels. I went ahead and I looked up Tibetan structure. Let's see. Because I felt like you just appropriate one thing from what, like I literally brought it up originally saying, oh yeah, they do this thing over in one country, and then people always put it into all these other things out of context. I felt like that would be a little bit odd to go and do that myself immediately after bringing them up by mentioning that people do that. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go ahead and actually base a little bit of the visuals off Tibet. But yeah, because that seems like the thing to do. They're basically Buddhist though. Would those stairs flatten work as ladders? You can't scale them that way, unfortunately. That happened yesterday. If you use these so they don't scale that way, let's see, I did it, lol, my mother gave me a care package and it had ramen in it, ate it, and it tasted funny. Then I looked at it after, and the date was 12/18/2021. Oh, wow. That's terrible. Yeah, see, so you can't scale up or down or front to back. You can only scale side to side. But I suppose you could use them for blinds. If that's how many blinds you need. Or baffles on a, if you wanted to use them for baffles on like a ventilation system, then the other ones that are already available are not right. Then you can use these, for what you're using them for at least. And if you want to, like I said, if you want to use them for like blinds or something like that, whoop, did I just scale without duplicating the little one? Yeah, whoops. Okay, so for example, if I wanted to go and make it the kind of, why do I have it on this like 45 degrees? There we go. If I wanted to make it the kind of blinds that like hang off and sort of like at an angle, then I could do this, for example, and then put like a support across from there to there, and it would give a very cool slat blind style where you could look through there, but you wouldn't be able to see up here. That could actually be used for gameplay, because like a flying vehicle wouldn't be able to see through there, or someone up on this ledge. I could use that on this map actually right now, because like someone up on a ledge looking down, I could angle it so that they can't see through, but someone down here that's looking up at it sees right through the crack. I put myself inside of the ground. Can actually see through, and then have like, and it could even, I think you can shoot through these. Do you hit the stairs, or does it go farther? Hold on. Yeah, it goes through. So I could literally make it to where from below it you can shoot up through into the window and hit the wall behind it, which is where it's hitting right now. But then if you're up high, you can't. So like I can use that as part of my verticality, because like that's like having a column as cover in like a primarily horizontal map. This solves one of our questions about horizontal, or about a heavily vertical map, you know? I think it'll be fine because dry noodles have a pretty long shelf life. Yeah. Are you sure you can't flatten them? Yeah, I'm very sure, unfortunately. Because I've scaled stairs before vertically. You can with, there's one staircase you can. This one you can do it all you want. I think it goes to a certain limit. So like you can make this one like this, and actually it kind of looks like almost a magazine rack or something like that. So if you put it inside the ground in like a Walmart map or something, you could put magazines on it. But yeah, so like you can do that with this one, and it's pretty good. But no, you can't do it with any others, unfortunately. I don't even think you can walk up that anymore because of the vertical nature of it. But yeah, none of these Forerunner stairs or these UNSC stairs are scalable. Only the one that has the triangle underneath the base of it. I'm gonna try it myself. Okay, go ahead. I mean, I'm literally selecting it, holding it on scale, and it's grayed out for front to back, and all you can do is on side to side. So, I mean, you're seeing it. But yeah. Maybe... no, dynamic doesn't have different shapes either. So yeah, but yeah, I think I am going to do this. I don't think I'm going to do it exactly like this here, but I think I am going to make a, some kind of structure or multiple structures that have this sort of slat style window, and I'm going to angle it just right so that people who are up on ledges can't shoot through it, but people who are down here can if they like, you know, if they want to pinpoint through it, and that'll be kind of cool. Can you flip that stairs thing the opposite way? Oh, this thing? Like if I flip this around? Let's see. Like this kind of thing. Then it would have like straight down. And then instead of front to back, which creates like that kind of thing, you could actually use this for like a garden. You could have like plants growing down through the slats, you know, like vines. That'd be pretty cool. But you might have meant flip it around this way, or something like that, in which case, like this. To have the points poking up the top or something, instead of the other ones. So it'd have sort of that kind of look at the bottom. I'm not sure what you meant. Can you flip the stairs thing the opposite way? Yeah. Oh, did you mean that weird scaled staircase that I had placed? That might have been what you were talking about. Oh, whoops, I got that backwards. You mean, did you mean that one, or did you mean the metal staircase one? This one. Yeah, you're good, huh? Okay, cool. You can also stretch this one out and get some really interesting patterns on it, which you might be able to use for something. Not sure what. But, yeah. Maybe a siding on a wall or something like that. I don't know. But, yeah. Man, this is really interesting. It, like, almost becomes flat. Like, if you're making a ship and you needed this to be a texture on the outside, you could easily make it with this. But anyway. Okay. So, what we're doing. I need to figure out how I'm going to block this out. Now, you guys saw how I was blocking this out with the wrap around and the forward. I want to put a door over here. And I was thinking about putting a, like the way I've got it right now is this is going to be an entryway that was for horses back in the day. Or some kind of animal that you would ride. Maybe moas, I don't know. But you'd go in here, there's going to be like stables. And I was thinking about making it wrap up and around into the structure. And somehow you're going to end up on top, side from inside, not just up on the side there. I want you to be able to come up from over here somewhere. Which means this rock is probably going to be different, like radically different. And I wanted there to potentially be a window on the front, which this might be a cool thing to put on the windows on the fronts of them. But yeah, is that what you use for the fan on Redacted, the heatsink thing? No, it's not. But actually, that could have worked really well on that one. With the fan on Redacted, I used barrels, giant flattened barrels, because it created this really nice, and then I put a specific texture on it, and that texture created the really cool layered, like tiled effect that was on there. And then the stripes of the barrels went through that and made it look like support structure for this really big, like flat panel of cooling system. I feel like I'm just flying around in circles right now. Oh, I'm gonna move these over to this side, and over here is gonna be a little different. I haven't decided, like, I don't think I'm gonna use these. I think this is gonna be an interior thing that's going to be inside of one of the structures. Whereas these, I'm going to replace with something else on this side. Because I want that to be like this heavily fortified area over here with like this like fortress built with like a combination of like iron and stone, you know? What's up?
Sims 4 have an update.
Oh, okay. Just wait till it's done updating. Yeah. Apparently the Sims 4 has an update. So basically, yeah, the like ironwork and then like stone to make like a little fortress over here versus like wood and then like this like sort of rough stone. I'm kind of trying to make it, I don't know if it's convincing to you guys. I think it is. On its own, you guys know it's probably cracked. You guys probably like immediately recognize it as cracked concrete. But the way I redid the coloring and stuff like that, and whenever it's got wood above it, it looks all medieval around it, I'm hoping that at a glance it feels like roughly, you know, hewn stones designed to fit perfectly together like a puzzle, you know what I mean? So like they found the right rocks to fit together, that kind of style of construction. And that this is all actually like stone built, you know what I mean? What are you saying? Yeah, you're good, huh? Let's see. Is that what you used for the fan? Did you add the cave idea? Getting milk then going bad. I have not. Or then going to bed. Oh, okay. You're going to bed? Sounds good. So, I have not. I could actually do that now if you think. I think that might be easier than to do the block out, to be honest. I probably need this upside down this way anyway, because it makes it flatter for the riverbed, and that makes more sense. So basically, and then I would, let's see, I need to scale it down in multiple ways. I think we should work on this, because this is something that I could probably just throw together on stream right now, and I think I'd struggle to do the same for the structure, for the layout of this, because I gotta like do it and then redo it and do it and redo it. I don't know. I don't know which one would be better to do on stream. I don't know what you guys would be more interested in, but yeah. I just feel like that might be easier. So this little hole here would be good for the cave back here. I would need a little rock right here to sort of act like it's holding the water in. Whoop. So this is for the grav lift part of the cave that I was talking about before. That is not scaling. Oh, good. That one actually did copy it correctly. Alright, let's see. Getting milk, then going to bed, Aaron says. Let's see. Now we'll flip this over, but we'll do it 45 degrees at a time instead of 1. And plug it up into there. Now if I can angle this right, then it can both be a sort of riverbed. Actually, that looks pretty good. It's both a sort of riverbed portion and also the cave. Let's see how big this is. Yeah, I could aim a man cannon through here. And the goal would be to make a man cannon that launches, ooh, gosh, up and forward. So I might have to feed it from one man cannon into another one. If I place a man cannon up here that grabs you and throws you the rest of the way, that'll work. But I also need to make sure that none of the collision boxes of these things, like these are obviously going to have nasty collision boxes because they're these pieces. They're the terrain, the eroded terrain, so either I'm going to put rocks inside of them and use them as a basic, you know, shape behind that, behind those rocks. Like, see that? Like, you can't run into that, which is really weird. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to probably replace all of these eroded terrains as time goes on. They're great for, like, you know, art, but they're terrible for blockout. But anyway, yeah. Okay, so that means that my cave back here, which was planned to be associated with this bridge. I don't want to go too far back with it, but I kind of have to, don't I? Yeah, because I'm going all the way from down here up and then back here. This is becoming very, very, very elaborate inside of here and becoming very horizontal and not very vertical. We are breaking the flow of what I intended. This might be, I might make these doors hackable. Like, you have to actually stand down here and, like, hack the door, then it opens, and then you can go through. Because it's definitely breaking the flow of the whole, like, horizontal or vertical thing. But if I give you that timer that you have to wait for it to hack, then I think I'd be okay with that. I think I'd be like, yeah, well, yes, you can break out of this verticality, but you're gonna have to, you know, spend some time to do it. You have to, you know, pay a cost, and then you can. But let's see. Okay, so we need to get a floor piece over here that's not... Like, I kind of just figured this size out whenever I, you know, with this radius, and I kind of liked it. So now I need to make a floor piece that's about equivalent, that's square. And I'm thinking that I don't... Hold on. Let's get some of our... Let's pull up Pinterest and figure out what we're doing here. So, I found some Tibetan temples and stuff like that, which is it has some similar shapes to it, to Japanese. So you can, like, you'll see that it's not really going that far out of the Japanese look. This is a high fantasy based on some Tibetan architecture gateway that I was a little intrigued by for the doors that lead to the Forerunner structures, but this is an actual Tibetan gateway. That's that building that looked really cool. Let's see. I really like this one for one of the up top buildings. This is like sort of trying to inspire for the fortress, and then I went ahead and made the fortress the round one. What's up? Roy's not playing with you? Oh man. Freya will probably play with you. She's waiting for the Sims to load. Go ahead. Go see if Freya will play with you. Okay. Alrighty. So... let me refresh this, because I've added a bunch to it since then. And I don't think it's got them all. Yeah, there we go. You're getting tired? Yeah. That happens after a glass of milk. Especially if you make it warm milk. Actually, I don't know if that ever actually works. It didn't really ever work for me. I don't know. It supposedly happens with warm milk. Okay. So I was thinking that I would, like, see, I'm liking stuff like... I pulled this kind of stuff up because how they build it into natural terrain, which is really cool. They like literally built it into this like cliffside and then have the wall coming out, which is basically what we want to do on the base, you know, on the structures. I want the front of the structure to be a little bit like a wall, and then you have to go into the doorway to actually get to the front door. You know what I mean? Not like a thing where it's like, yeah. Let's see. I'm on daytime streams for next few weeks. Oh, okay, yeah. I since my wife just, you know, she's got her work now, so I've got to schedule around that is all. So, let's see. We have bridges. That's a cool building. These are all interesting. But anyway, that was another gate that I was going off of. I know I'm just like looking at... I'm just going through Pinterest right now, but trust me, we're going to get back to Forge in just a second. Well, this is kind of... I keep going back to this base because I loved this base whenever they showed it off for Waterworks before Waterworks shipped. Let's see. I have the other picture from Waterworks in here somewhere. And I always want to use it basically, not literally one-to-one, but basically from there. Where is it? Oh, this isn't it. This is off of that. Hold on, go back. Now we can go down. Here it is. This is the original Waterworks, which looks very different. Had all these buildings and stuff, didn't have bridges or anything. But anyway, the point is that like those bases were gonna be the like back in the day. I remember seeing that before Halo 2 came out, and I love the look of it. But like the vehicles can come up here. There's also seems to be a hole right there for some reason. You come with a vehicle and immediately fall into a pit. I don't know how that works, but you might notice that this is very similar to the shape that I have created here, where I've got Warthog over here, ramp over here, but I'm coming out and going back in and wrapping it around and then going up there, and then I'm gonna have. But I'm thinking about having a, like I was saying, a window right here, like right there, basically. And yeah, I know I'm just flying around doing nothing. I need to do something more productive for this stream. Do you think I should just do the waterfall cave right now, or do you think I should try and do the block up? I know that's, which one would you guys rather see right now? Because the waterfall cave, I realize, is gonna have to contend with the fact that I put these in as temporarily.
The Xbox controller fell on the ground.
He dropped it and the batteries fell out. Okay, wow. Hopefully it didn't break or anything. Here we go. And there you go. That should work. Alright. Go play. You want to see the block out instead of the cave? Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's do that then. Let's figure out this base block out then. Alright, so we want to find a way. We're coming in here. Let me get that out of the way. Need to push it down to the ground. So it actually looks like it's doesn't matter to you, and Aaron wants a block out. Okay, then I'll do the block out first. If I had, you know what? I was considering this being a place for like stables, like I was saying, but I was also considering making it like where the prayer wheels are. Not the only place. I was thinking about putting some prayer wheels, like a little wall here, of prayer wheels. But then I was also thinking about maybe putting a wall of prayer wheels here, and using the same script to make all of them turn, so that it doesn't take a whole bunch of budget. But we will see if I can handle if it causes server lag whenever you have that many spinning at once. I'll just do them out there and make this a stables. But the idea was, you know, it's stables, so that's where the Warthog is kept. But okay, so you're gonna come in here. This is gonna be open air, just like a little gateway, possibly with a walkway going along the top. So let's go ahead and throw in a walkway going along the top. I'll just make a new floor. I was gonna go look for a floor that I had on the other side. Design set. Floor half A is a good little walkway. We'll do that one, and then some of this. This is the stuff that Ripshade does. I don't normally do this. I usually just go straight to arting in a terrible display of bad design. Let's see. Okay, I think I need to adjust those a bit. I'm gonna make this one lined up here, like this. How do I have this one's lined up? It goes to, yeah, it lines up with the, okay. I've got this one lined up like this, and then I went out and immediately turned. Okay, so I've got this thing lined up a little differently on both sides. Okay, I understand now. So that goes, this isn't gonna need to go there, and then this one needs to turn. Our music just turned off. Right in the middle of it. And this one can be extra long. This is not a good angle. We're going to figure this out a little bit. And I think this needs to be longer than that. We're going to go with 24 because that would be a multiple. That actually makes sense. And there we go. And then that also allows this to turn sharper, which makes it match there. And then we have it matching up over here. So this looks pretty good. And then we're going to have this arch. This part is not going to be here. It's going to be like an actual, or I'm going to figure out a way to make it look better. I think probably what I'm going to do to keep the curve because curves are so hard to deal with, is actually flip it over and put it in place, and then have my curved wall, right? And then at the same time have this rounded wall, or something to that effect, so I can try and feed them into one another. But if not, then I'll have to go to round gateway with with flat walls on the sides, and that'd be fine. I am going to get that music going again though, because that feels like it shouldn't have gone off yet, but it did. We'll go to the next one too. That's a really low energy song. Okay, let's see. Alright. So basically, yeah, we're doing something kind of like that, I guess. But with this ring in the middle to do like a gateway. Let's see, can we up the sunlight and skylight? Yeah, I was really hoping to have the sunlight coming down through the sakura trees like I was talking about. Over here, I'm going to have actual light objects to try and light it up. Yes, though, I guess we could theoretically adjust... let's see. If we set that to 10, can we... Maybe I should just place some lights, you know? Because I think that, some, like, working lights, because I do want that to be there, right? To have that sakura tree effect that I was going for. That's, like, going to be a staple image, like a, you know, art of the map. So I really want to have that, but then having some light over here would be good. So we're going to do that instead. Lights. I'll just create some generic light objects that will serve as sunlight for now. Over here, before I place some proper lights that are not going to be sunlight. And that should work. Let's go to 40. Does that give you some, well, I think that we would probably have to go to 100 to make it look like sunlight, if I'm not mistaken. And then the size, source size, is going to have to be like 30. And then it'll be nice and bright around the area. And maybe a little bit yellow. Just so you can feel like you're seeing it during the day, like whenever the sun is on this side of the mountain. There we go. Oh, I see. My range is not high enough. That's why the volume... Oh, it didn't look right whenever I went to 100 brightness. I was like, why didn't it get it brighter? But I just didn't think about that. Okay, here we go. So, what I'm thinking is this. I have... And I'll pull up Pinterest to show you where I got the inspiration from. There was... Let's see. This is, by the way, going to be what the path coming out of this looks like, going that way. I'm going to make that look... I even put these rocks here because this rock object looked almost exactly like these rocks right here and the surrounding rocks, so I put that in there. I'm going to do like a meandering path kind of thing with the grass growing on the sides and stuff like that. It's going to be pretty cool. We are going with, where is it? I had, this is kind of, this and another one were the things that gave me the idea for that door, that archway. There's a specific one that I'm surprised I don't still have open as a primary that gave me the idea for the way that that gate on the side with the courtyard was going to look. Let's see if I can find it. And then I was going to show it to you. It's in my head still, but like I got to find it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's see. There's that gate one. That was just to show some of what they do for their woodworking and like how they manage water. So I was thinking about putting a little dam like that in there somewhere. Let's see. That's a good one. It's not the one I'm looking for. It must have been a newer one, I guess, that I added, because I definitely haven't seen it yet. This one looks like a good gate. There's obviously this one. I don't remember if I already had that one open. Where did it go? This is a good example of what it's going to be like along the path, by the way. I'll pull that up in a second. I can't just seem to find it. I hope I actually pinned it, because that might have been one of the things I didn't pin beforehand or something. And lost. And that would be no good, but, you know, I've got it in my head. This one's really cool. Okay, so, let's see, let's go through this. This one's really cool. It's, like, built on the side and everything like that. It's going to be some of the inspiration for how it's going to look going up. This one is obviously, like I said, how they like attach into the walls. This is how they attach into the walls. I was thinking about making some of the cliffside stuff like this, and then making a little like they have here. little higher hut area, and then I can make it so where you could clamber onto that roof and can clamber up on the cliff, and that'll be one of the jungles that'll connect through. Well, it's to see what you're doing. Don't worry about sky yet. Okay, yeah, exactly. Let's see, and then this might be somewhat what it was. I can't seem to find it. There was a specific one, it looked like this one, and it had like a courtyard off to the side, and this kind of resembles what I was talking about. But not quite. I mean, it actually almost does. Like, you've got the wall, like I've got already set up. You're gonna have a staircase going up to a platform that looks a lot like this little building here, and then you've got you've got an area around here that looks like a little lower wall. This is a staircase pretty clearly in real life, but if this is like a little courtyard with a gate, they wrap around. And then I was planning on putting like these larger things back here that you actually can't go inside of, they're just going to be visible. So this kind of structure that keeps going. And then inside here, I don't know if it's going to go all that far, but the idea was that on the other side there's going to be another gate that goes off a path that goes outside the map. And you're going to be able to sort of see it but not go there. But yeah. So this one has some of the inspirational parts about what these courtyards could look like. And I like it a lot. And yeah, that one. Okay, anyway, let's get back into it. Sorry. I'm still going and talking basically like I'm doing art, but I'm actually trying to do the, already more interested in this than Redacted, to be honest. Oh, yeah, because, yeah, I know. It's definitely a lot more natural, built in with the structural, so I think it's really cool. With Redacted, we did it. If we had done the big team battle version of Redacted, it would have gone outside, and we would have had more natural stuff involved. Whoops, sorry. With the asteroid and stuff like that, but it still would have just been an asteroid, so I don't think that would have been much better to you. But yeah, anyway. Okay, we've got... What do I want to do here? Okay, we need a courtyard. I almost feel like going into paint and just drawing something real quick. I wish I had my wife's old, she's got a better one now, but like touchscreen art pad pen thing set up. I don't have it set up right now, so I don't even know where the pen is. So, let's see. So I'm gonna have to do paint with my mouse. Okay, so from the front, we're gonna have that curved area, right, with the gate going through it, a flat wall. And then that way, have a lower roof structure over here with a staircase coming down, and then another staircase going up. It may not be directly attached, but it might be. I don't know yet. We'll decide. We'll figure that out as we go. Right now, on the other side, I would have a column right here that's blocking the view of most of the platform, and just this part would be visible. And because of that, if I make this one attached, it'll drastically make the two sides different. So I'd have to put some kind of blocker there, visibly blocking view and making them roughly the same. But basically, yeah, I want to have them be not exactly, but because of the way that they're built, a little bit the same. One idea I had was actually, and let me jump back into Forge to explain it, is that this area here, right, the way I had it set up here with these columns, over here, what I want to do up top is actually make it look like this structure is the entryway of a fortress that comes up back through here and wraps around and comes up here, and this is like a giant courtyard of that fortress. And so, like, it looks like you could go inside the building and come up and around, but then, like, the doors are all closed, you know, that kind of thing. So effectively, it ends up being the same as what's going to be over here, but then it's going to be, you know, but slightly different. And what I was thinking about doing was part of that was going to be that the floor, the wooden floor up there, was going to be like completely decayed and corroded and ruined, and there's a giant hole there. And so like a man cannon down here might launch you up there, right? And then what I was thinking about over here, or a grav lift, and then over here, I was thinking about putting something similar, or you maybe have to use the grapple shot, I'm not sure. But I was thinking about putting something over here that's very similar. What's the matter? What's now? What now? I can't make it go faster, so tell me that doesn't do anything. It won't solve your problem, you just gotta wait till it's over. Updates have to download whenever you play a game. So play with Liam until it's ready, okay? He wanted to play with you.
Daddy wanna play with me.
Freya won't play with you?
No, he said Aurora.
Aurora won't play with it?
Yeah, Aurora
Okay, you go convince Aurora to play with both of you until your thing is download, please, Freya. Yes, but you can't until it's done downloading, so do something else while you wait to make yourself have fun. Yeah, okay. Is the palette still out? Oh yes, the palette is still out. There's yours right there. What I did was I grabbed the 2 spawners that were next to it. I set yours to Cobra team, so whenever you enter the map, if you set yourself to Cobra, you'll always spawn and respawn at your own palette. And then I copied yours and brought I copied your platform and brought it over here and made it a little bigger because I needed it at the time. And I placed the other 2 as Eagle team over here. So I'll spawn in at what I'm working on, you'll spawn in at what you're working on, and it'll be perfectly set up. Anyway, what I was going for was this. What I was going to say was that rocks would be over here normally, but they broke off and collapsed onto this building. So I was considering making this little side hut have like boulders and stuff like that set up, in which case I could make it do the same kind of, like if I deleted this and I had like a natural, I'll just do this for now. I made it for you, but never mind. Oh, okay. I thought you made it for both of us. I basically just copied yours over. And yeah, I thought you had made it there originally for you specifically. But I definitely am using it. I just made a duplicate of it is all. Still using technically the same thing, just a duplicate of it. But yeah, so like, this is not right at all, but you know what I mean. If there is a boulder here that effectively does the same thing as the columns, that's sort of like leaning on the structure here, then I could have a sort of similar, you know, it'll have the same kind of cover that the other column would provide onto whatever this platform is over here that coincides with the ramp or whatever. We'll put this to the middle, and then we will scale it down a little bit. That's roughly right, just for the blockout's sake, and I'll make sure it's perfect later. And this needs to be wider, I think. Obviously I'm gonna have to put like an actual angle to that. I guess I could just do that now, so the staircase will work as part of the blockout. And then, let's see. I'm on burnout, so don't really want to work on anything. Yeah, I'm sure though that you'll feel better again about that soonish. It probably has something. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if your sleep schedule has a lot to do with that. Like every time that happens, it's like if your sleep schedule is really weird, then you're not going to be able to think, you know, effectively in the way you want to while you're doing. Excuse me, while you're working on stuff. So I can imagine it's going to feel a little bit awkward. But yeah. Okay, so something like this for this side, where it's sort of the same kind of idea as this rounded one, but it's squared off. Something that won't really affect like your gunfights as much as the other, you know, as all that. Something that would allow you to basically have similar fighting on both sides of the map. By the way, before I place this here, oh wait, no, never mind, it's on the other side of the map. Over here, because I moved it, I have these like little, gosh, my son is in there yelling. I have these little like posts here that are part of like the support of the inner parts of the structure, you know, and they allow you to walk across them in a really cool way that I want to implement somewhere on this map, where like there's a way across, but it's like this really thin walkway along the side of a cliff or something like that. But yeah, like little pegs, you know, that used to have like boards going across them. Maybe some of them do. No, it's because of having no ideas on Iceland and forcing myself to do stuff on it. Yeah, you kept on like, because you started it over like 3 times and you're pushing, like trying to force yourself to do it. Eventually you burned out. Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, I did want to ask you guys, which of these do you like the most? 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, you know? Which of these 3 do you guys think is the most? I actually don't like this one as much as I did originally. And I feel like either this one or this one is the best one for the prayer wheels. And I could theoretically like alternate them if I want. If you guys like both of them about the same, then I could like have one and then the other one and then one and then the other one, and be like different kinds of prayers or whatever. Or whatever. But I definitely think that the middle one looks goofy now. I don't know why I thought it looked better before to have both shapes. I was like, I can get the best of both worlds by combining them. It's like, no, it actually is terrible. More so 3? Yeah, you like this one? Okay, then I'll do that one then. And if they look good, like side by side, alternating. Just a second. The fairy puzzle? Okay. It's a Ziploc baggie. You can open that, Freya. Oh, no, you can't. You gotta rip it first. Then you gotta... There you go. Alright, y'all go do that puzzle. Okay, so like if it alternated, right? I'm just gonna delete that one. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Duplicate. If it alternated, do you think that would be a cool idea? Sort of in its lineup? Because I was thinking about putting like 5 of them in like this in a row, and putting them in a wall that's coming out here, that sort of just like has them, and it's going to be a cover for people coming out of the base, right? It's going to be one of the line of sights. In fact, I could just plop down a wall and show you what I mean. There we go. And I had in mind to do something like this, roughly around here-ish, where it'd just be coming out of the wall, similar to how we had those other ones that looked like they were like built into the wall in the Pinterest board. And it'd be just like a thing where my name will be on the credits, but so you come out like this, and you see how it's like it breaks line of sight just a little bit, and you can kind of just, oh shoot, there's a warthog coming, you know, you can hide behind here, and then the enemy warthog can wrap around and U-turn still, because that doesn't hook out too far, and so they can still U-turn and power slide and then drive back and go out. You know, it's still a drivable space. So I was thinking about doing something like that, where basically these here are aligned a little bit better than that. Where did the other one go? Inside here. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. So good. So good. Okay. I could listen to ODST music forever. Let's see. If I was forced to listen to one soundtrack for my entire life, it would be ODST music. So visually, it's going to be these, and there would be, like I said, holes through there. Actually, let's make this a little bit higher. Holes through there, so you can actually like shoot at people coming in and use it as cover and like move back and forth. But every time you hit them, they're going to spin. That's the idea. They're gonna be scripted to spin whenever they get hit. But yeah. Okay. So, what am I saying here? So what I was saying was, oh, right, go back to paint, so we have our block out. So that's what I was saying there, is like we'd have like a rock, basically here, and I ended up clipping the corner the way I had that thing, which looks pretty good, so I guess I can clip the corner there and erase. But the point is that we have this. This is effectively what we're talking about here. And if we do, oh, that is not the paintbrush. Okay. So then we're gonna have the roof. So on the top part, we're gonna have that roof piece with the thing, you know, and our ladder here. And then on the bottom side, it's gonna go inside. We're gonna have our cliff over here, right? A rock cliff. And this area is gonna be basically a courtyard that will then have like a door. Whoops, that's not how I drew doors a second ago. Let's undo that. With an actual door going through. I might make it wider, more of like an archway, going into a room here, right? And this is going to be one of the main spawn areas. I had an idea to put like a sort of like a gate back here. A little gate back there. That's going to be one that you can like hopefully see through. And then that way, if I can find one of the doors that's actually see-through, that you can actually see through and make it look good, then that's what I'll do. And you'll be able to see, you know, a path going through. That's like that goes through and has maybe some more structures back here. They're all outside the map. That's going to be like the really close outside the map stuff. And a little wall that goes over, possibly to the cliff or whatever. And we just have invisible barrier here or whatever to keep people from getting around. And you'd fall to your death if you tried to go out there. Dying. My name will be... are you dying because it's paint? Is that why you're saying dying? So basically, interior here would be... I want something that can get up on top of the roof. So I was thinking about making... What do staircases look like in, you know, Japanese structures and Tibetan structures? Tibetan staircase. I want to kind of... Let's just do that. No, they're gonna have modern. What am I doing? Oh well, no. Some. Actually, no, they didn't do modern at all. On all, they have like you're purchasing staircases for your house. But yeah, no. Let's see. So what? Interior. Interior. Might need to put ancient or something like that at that point. Just straight staircases. They don't usually do curves or any angles, it looks like. But okay, here we go. Finally, an actual interior staircase. Okay, yeah, that one does turn and go up. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to see. I mean, planning on doing like the what do you call it? The bazaar. You know, kind of wooden panels and stuff like that everywhere to like really detail it out, which is going to be good. It's awesome that we have those. So there we go. And then I want to try Japanese. If you need to bet reference, then Uncharted 2. Oh, really? That's cool. Interior, Japanese, staircase. I might have to put ancient on here. This is kind of a... Okay, so that's basically looks a lot like the Forerunner staircases we have, which is good. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to... Here's some with doors and shelves and stuff, or drawers and shelves and stuff like that in it, which is really cool. But yeah, let's do ancient. Ancient interior Japanese staircase. Okay, there we go. So apparently they use them as storage. I do know that sometimes they will go up and down, like close. That's a cool one. I do like that. Yeah, okay, so Japanese style will apparently fit, you know, with the gaps in between them, in that regard. Or I can do it where they've got something like drawers built into them and stuff like that, which is apparently an old Japanese thing they would do, I guess. What are you saying? Yeah, Uncharted 2 will have a few. Cool. I'll have to look that up as well. As Wellco. Okay, anyway, yeah, okay, so basically they build staircases like everyone builds staircases. Do it. Okay. They basically build staircases the way everyone else builds staircases. Let's go ahead and grab... You said, okay, how would I even search for that specifically? Well, I have to look for like a specific map, a specific level. Uncharted 2... Tibetan staircase. Like, I don't know how to search for that otherwise than just like throwing that on there. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. That's the really thin walkway I was talking about. These are all exterior, but they're very good reference for that sort of thing. Let's see. I think I need to put interior. Did I not put interior? Okay. Interior. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. Is that an English castle or something? Stairs, stairway architecture. Yeah, I think this is like France or something. I don't think that's Tibetan, but I could be wrong. So this is a bad angle. Alright, so finding them with just Google whenever I don't know the names of the maps is probably going to be difficult. And also I doubt people are randomly taking screenshots of the stairs inside these things. Just right for me to be able to view them properly. So, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but, I find anything for this. It's got a lot of the exterior staircases easy to find. Is that Game of Thrones? Yeah, I was like, is that Daenerys Targaryen in the Cals, the Cal of Cals area or whatever, or the no, their capital city. The Cal of Cals was the prophesied one. Anyway, okay, well that's an interesting exterior staircase that could help for design. That's interesting. Okay, anyway, I think I gotta get this out of the way and keep drawing in crude paint. Alright. We need sightline from in here. What do we want this to look like? You'd be dealing with people up on top, right? That are looking down at you in that courtyard, right? So if you've got people shooting down at you here and out at you here, that means this courtyard is going to be a small kill box, okay? So we need to make it to where, well, first off, there's going to be a warthog potentially spawning in here, which you could use for cover, but otherwise, if it's not there, you've got this big old open area. So the question is, what do we need to have in here to make it a little bit more even? We might need to cut line of sight here a bit to make it to where, excuse me, to where they have to really expose themselves to be able to shoot down by, like, putting some kind of, I don't know, we can either put cover here to make it to where they have to come out around it or something like that, or we can make it look like a balcony or something. But the point is, I'm thinking that if you're getting gunned down this way, you're going to be in a kill box, and that's too much of a kill box. If there's anything inside of here, like if I do assault, and I want to put a bomb inside this base, right? I'll either have to make it to where you put the bomb on top of the base, or in front of the base, or in the courtyard, because this is a kill box that would just not make it to where you couldn't get in there, ever. Sakuras are the theme clash with Tibet. Well, it's not going to be Tibet, and it's not going to be Sakuras, because this isn't taking place in Japan. I mean, it is Sakuras, but it's not taking place in Japan. This is a... If it takes place in Japan, then that would be a really weird map to make, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, sure, there would be some Forerunner water wheel potentially somewhere on Earth, but would it be that easy to find? I think that seems a little odd. And I wanted this giant water wheel, and there's no way to make it look Forerunner, or no way to make it look like it's made of wood, because there are no large objects that you can make dynamic, except for this gigantic pillar. So I'm stuck with the idea. I want this water wheel to be in the map. That was one of the original ideas I had, and the only way to do it is to use gigantic pieces. I switched it to wood, and they did not look right. So okay, going to bed. So I'm a little bit like, so I'm combining I'm combining Japanese and Japanese structures and Tibetan structures, which is why I've got Japanese plenty of Japanese structures in these pins as well. I'm going off both. This is in Japan. It is a drawing of a place in Japan, so for example, but I'm like, you know, I'm decked out with Japanese structures and Tibetan structures in here. And they have very similar rooftops and stuff like that, so it's going to be very, easy to convince someone that they would be similarly designed. And I can use coloring and stuff like that from the Japanese stuff, even whenever I'm using the Tibetan stuff. There won't be a clash in the end. But I need to draw the correct inspiration from each place. You know what I mean? If there will be a clash if you don't draw the right inspiration from, if you don't pull the correct inspiration from here and there. But yeah. Okay. The point is that we need to build this block out. Okay. Like I was saying. So if this is coming out here, I probably don't need this to come out that far. But that would actually, you know what? That overhang would be a way of making this not too overpowered. By making you have to come really out onto the ledge just to look down in there, that would be a good way to do it. So maybe I should keep that. That was an accident, but definitely could work. And that's not what I want. Just figuring this out as we go. I mean, on stream is a little difficult. And I understand, Ripshade. I understand how it was much easier probably for you to do it off of, offline whenever you were making, redacted. Okay, so what we're talking about is coming in here. That actually does work, and that was an accident, but and is not in my drawing in my crude drawing. But like a doorway here, going into a room, where this is basically like a gatehouse, effectively. This portion is, and then the idea would be that there would be other structures here that would actually serve proper purposes. But like, yeah. Like, people can't get in because you've got these kinds of... These are just designed to be able to guard against people coming this direction whenever they're not supposed to. And that actually might be how you can see over the gate is from up here. So if I put in... let's see. Let's see. That's not what I want. Still not what I want. There we go. Okay. If there is a wall back here, right, that's a gate, I think I need a column. gameplay. No, Halo design set columns. Dunno, not feeling the theme clash. There isn't a theme clash once it's done, because it's not a Japanese structure. It's inspired by Japanese structure. There won't be a theme clash because it's an alien world. It's a human civilization on an alien world. So in the end, it won't matter. The idea was simply to derive from all of this a good working system. 14, a good working art style. 14, because not everything needs to look like it's from the, no, it's 16. 16 by 16. Should know better. Of course it's 16 by 16. Not everything needs to look like it's from Halo 2. No, it's Ancient Going Forerunner. Ancient Going Forerunner. Let's see. So a giant gate here that would lead out of this place is effectively... Here, I'll go down to structures. We'll get ourselves some doors. This one's a good one, obviously. I think there's a giant metal gate I could theoretically use. This one's pretty good. Hi.
It stopped updating because of the internet is not doing it as fast. One of the internet.
Wait. It stopped, or it isn't going, or isn't doing it, or it's slowed down. See, it's not as fast.
It stopped.
It stopped completely.
Yes, not unless
Did it say it ended? It canceled? Did it say, oh, we had to stop because you can't? Because the internet's not going fast? Or did it just not? Like, what do you mean?
The internet, it said it stopped because the internet was too slow.
Oh, weird. Okay, well, I'll come check it out in a little bit.
One of the internet ones is red.
That is not, that one's not related. That's just your mama's computer. Her personal computer, not her work computer. Alright. Just saw it to you. Let's see. So, a large wooden gate. I can come help you in a little bit once the stream's over, okay? Wow, that one's way bigger. Okay, I have to scale it up. That's kind of the gate size I was going for, so yeah, I can definitely scale this other one up. Which is good, because I was thinking it would be more wider like this, and then now it's, and then I was kind of thrown off by the, by how thin that actually was. What are you doing? Alright, y'all, both of y'all need to get out. Y'all been interrupted more than enough already. Freya, you can't play the game until it's done installing. It won't work.
Are you streaming?
I know, but it can't. You can't. It won't let you.
Are you streaming?
I am streaming, yes. No. She's like being a ghost. No, Frey. Or no, Roar. Okay, let's see. Alright, get this here. I'm gonna line them up like this. No, not there. What? There's a middle spot for these gates. What the heck? Okay. This one should be able to snap to there. That's where I want it. Okay, here we go. And then that to there. There we go. So that's how wide the gate would be. I'll get this upside down now. Let's go to the Y-axis. Thank you.
No.
Alright. Go play somewhere. Let's see. 11.4. There we go. Alright, let's see. Control V. And scale this up to match. Oh wait, I didn't need to go up at all. It was apparently good on the ground. Alright, so I have a giant gate, something like this, potentially. And yes, the lock is fine to be on there because I am planning on having the I'm planning on having all of this set up, and then after having all this set up, having some areas where like there are UNSC gates and things like that set up right up against walls and stuff like that, sort of like blocking things off and sort of being a like the UNSC has made a base on this area in these structures and are using it. Hey, I'm serious. Go, go, go. Oh, you need to brush my hair? There you go. There you go. Okay, go on. Alright. Let's see. The width here needs to be something more, I want to say, what is the width of the, of these? That's what I'm trying to look for. Oh, it's just 8? Huh. Well, what's the width of this curved one? Well, that's going to be hard because it's curved, so it goes at a weird angle. Okay, you need to listen to your mother, and you need to go back out. Sorry. She's not listening at all. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. And then this should go to there. Alright, so how wide is this? This is, okay, it's 16 wide. Okay. I can just go 16 wide over here then. 1 second. Alright, Rora, if you're gonna be like that, you're going out. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Alright. Alright, here we go. So, if I can get this to fit where the structure... I may not do the rock as like a fallen rock specifically here. Maybe this will be a natural rock and have the fallen rock elsewhere. But I had the idea that basically this would be broken and like it used to have solid stone here and stuff like that, but it broke off the mountain and went that way, which would probably have wrecked this, so I don't know if maybe that's a good idea or not. I might end up cutting that whole idea, and just make it like an opening here. Because I had the idea that this would be like a solid thing, but then there'd be broken floor, and then you could grapple up into it. So, I don't know. We'll see. But it might be something more akin to like this, for example, with the floor open. Let's see if I can stretch this a bit. There we go. And then a little to the angle there. And then that should give us like a drop down. The point is that I wanted you to be able to come and assault the base from above in some way, and potentially use grapple shot to get up there, or yeah, you could easily grapple shot up there. Or man cannon. I haven't quite decided if there's going to be a man cannon over here yet. We're going to figure that out after we got the block out closer to done. We're going to know whether or not we can do a man cannon there. Let's see. There would definitely have to be something to hide that, for example. And on the inside of this structure, I had the idea to use this as a column, which I can make thinner. Doesn't need to be that big around. No, I will make it that big around for now, just to explain real quick though, that one of the things I liked about it, and I could theoretically make it like a corner column kind of thing. One of the things I like about it as a wooden column here is that these brass, I colored it to be brass plating pieces here, right? And then I'm going to put Forerunner glyphs on there, the white Forerunner glyphs that aren't, they don't glow, you know? Like these are some kind of religious, you know, worshipping the local Forerunner kind of iconography here. But I think I actually had the idea to do it this direction so that I could hide these pieces inside of something, inside the geo, and then I could make it go as high as like that, and have these like support pieces visible, and then have this be off the ground with this little slope. Use all of this to my advantage and put like these sort of prayer looking you know, scripts or something like that on those pieces. And then I would do something similar. I could theoretically I don't know if this would work because there's nowhere to hide these pieces here. Unless I did it this way. That would work. And then I could put something here and something on the other side there to hide them. If I put them in, if I put that one into the wall, then I wouldn't have to put anything over here. And then I could put something here, like a little shack or something like that there, that would hide it. And then we'd have this really nice, like, column with these like plates here to be like the entryway, you know. I think I'm gonna have to shrink it vertically so that I can get the plates off the ground, but simultaneously get them, you know. If I could shrink it this way, then I could get those sort of supports, and then, yeah, and do that, which would be really cool. As an entryway, a doorway, to have those sort of there on those panels. This is like half block out, half arting today. Let's see. Because that is just how I do it, which is probably not for the best. But whatever, man. Okay, here we go. Line that up in the middle. And then you'd have this really cool sort of entryway. Let me get the music started back up again. Don't know how that keeps timing out so easily. I normally think it goes like twice as long. But yeah, let's see. Alright. What are you guys thinking about it so far? You think this is good or terrible? I may or may not have that one back there because of the way this is. It's also possible that what I could use these for is, instead of putting them inside the structure, I could put them like here. Beside the gates, and then have the text on it, and then I could have like this. It's kind of putting that inside of there with that weird support there. That's fine. I like that being there, like coming down like that. But then that piece there is no good. But I think I could probably bring it down a little more. Yeah, that looks good, and hides it. So like if I did this and I put these in like right here. Right? And that was where these pieces were connected. Try and get it. Like that. Then I'd have these like texts on the sides of the doorway itself, and that might be better. And then if you're looking out over here, you can't see that the areas, I don't even have to obscure those pieces. Yeah, I guess you kind of do. If you jump over, you kind of see it. But like I could do something to obscure them or something like that, but I could also make it to where you can't do that jump. Like if I have an archway right here to go over this this curvature, which would make sense for this curvature being here at all, then I could, like if I go like this, and I go primitives, let's see, rings, no, that's a 4 in the ring, primitive ring half, I think is correct. Okay, and then bring it in. And then this, what is the width of this? It is it the 25? Yeah, it's 25. 25. Nope, that's the, that was the height. 25. Oh, I need the inner ring to be 25, not the outer ring. So now I just have to snap it to, that'll work, and then I will just scale it up till it matches there. And then scale it this way until it matches that direction. Then bring it this way until it lines up with the column there. And potentially bring it up. Alright, that doesn't look too bad. I might even make it wider because, yeah, because as you can see there, I could make it meet the wood just like that. And then potentially I could then set it to a wood. I think I have it on distressed wood and I don't even have a color change. It's just one of these wood distressed options. I don't know which one it is, so I'm going to figure that out first. Let's see, wood distressed. It's not that one. It's the first one. And then I don't have a grime layer set to any of this yet, like properly, so it's gonna look better in a minute. But for now, if I do something like that, And then they paint their stuff a lot. So if I did wood distress and I painted it red on the columns and then white across the top, but it had the wood grain in it, it would feel a lot like painted wood, you know? And then the brass and the metal panels. I know I set those to brass, but for some reason they're really dark. Metal, brass, one. Oh, they're set to gray. There we go. That's much better. And there's brass up there now too. Look at that. I like that a lot. So these columns may not be the columns anymore. It might just be these as the columns. I'm really liking this, so I might go ahead and do that. Yeah. Okay, my son is freaking out there. I don't think he needs to be. I think he's just probably has something he wants me to do. Let me go do that in just a second. But for now, I'm gonna finish. Let's see, bring this up till the curvature just fits just right. Ooh, look at that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I could bring this back until it lines up there. Yeah, that looks good. Just like that. And I can line this up there a bit. Yeah, that looks brilliant. Okay, okay. Very nice. Okay, and then, yeah. And then you'll be able to see over this into the road and all that kind of stuff and see it meandering off in the direction. So this may not be here. It might be more of a lower wall. I know you're not going to want to be able to see around there. I'm going to have to make the wall keep going. But yeah, we'll figure that out. It's a very simple little base. I don't want it to be super complex. The most of the gameplay I want to have be going on between the two bases. More Halo 1, Halo 2 style of, you know, the bases being fairly simple. I think maybe a path up there would be possible, but I also need a way up, and that's one thing that I haven't done yet, so that's where probably this is going to come into play, or I'm going to have it be up here, be back here in the courtyard, which would definitely make sense, because that means that the person up here could try to defend themselves as they're coming up, you know? And you'd have to be able to defend it, you know, actually think about that and plan for that as you're coming up, in which case this rock, it just, maybe I'll just delete this. I mean, it's there, it was there as a guide before, but I think the base is needing to be a little bit bigger than that. I don't know if you guys can hear my son through the door, but it's an adorably loud attempt at getting my attention. But yeah, let's see. I feel like maybe this side would be a big stone staircase. I think this one would be the wrong way to go. I think I might even hand make it, because like the staircases that are in here, like the one I just used, it works good as made of wood. That's fine. But like if you go down here to like UNSC stairs or metal ramp or whatever, right? This one can similarly be retextured. But the problem is that, let's say I set this to a stone. In fact, let's go to QRS. Where is it? It's right here. Right? Where's stonework? Stonework. There we go. Like you can put stonework on the side, and that looks great. And then the front still looks like metal. But then you got this trim here. And you've got oh gosh, that's not what I want to do. Basically, every single option of this trim on the inside looks like it's made of metal plating. Or something similar. And yeah, and it just loops. So there's not really an option for this to make it look good for what we're doing here. Are those wires? Huh. Never noticed that. That's a cool one. It's got like wires going up the side and then like the panels there. Which trim is that? UNSC trim small B. That's a cool one. I never noticed that at all. And it just, the wires scale with it. That's really cool. Okay, anyway. Be back tomorrow. I fell asleep. Oh. Are you saying you already fell asleep? How can you fall asleep if you're... I'll give you a message if you already fell asleep. Just kidding. Okay, let's see. I need to make... So, like, if I went to, biomes... and got... Which of these is, like, the really square one? Oh, gosh. They're all hidden now. Behind the map. This one's actually a really good one, because I like the way it's got the rounded corners. This one will be really good for stairs. Because, like... some of them can be, like, weathered and look like this, you know? Let's see, how wide do we want it on the X? If we go to, like... So 16 is, like, our other staircase, but we want something a little wider. This is probably going to be, like, 32. Like a double-wide staircase. And then our Z is going to be, like, a minimal... But we gotta make it minimal while it still looks good with its lighting, because as you can see, they get really messed up. And so the idea would be to then clip this into the next one. So you can just... You can flip it over. And you can flip it this way. I think this rock is going to do quite nicely for our stairs. Well, maybe not. It's a little... One downside to it is that it's very hard to... Like, its edges are a little too much. In that they're a little raw. Obviously I can bump up this, but we're gonna put a collision box. Like a universal blocker or something like that. We have a universal blocker, right? In blockers, yeah, universal blocker, blocks everything. And then you can just plop that in there, and the beauty of the universal blocker is that it blocks humans and vehicles, and also weapons. So if you throw a grenade at this, it's going to bounce up the slope, which is good because, you know, Spartans know how to do that. So you can just put these here. You can't scale them. So I'll have to, like, find the right size and stuff like that, but this should make it smooth, like a staircase ought to do. I kind of have a bump at the top, so I made a little ledge. But, something like that. And then... Well, I'm hitting something weird, but yeah. Anyway, the point is that that's how you do it, and we'll see how we can make one of those. I did see some of the stone structures, which will probably be more of what it's going to look like on the other side of the map. Where it's going to be more, still more preserved. Like over here, it's like wood and stuff like that, which is well preserved. Sure, but the other side of the map is going to be more of a, you know, castle stone structure, and the stone is going to be nice and clean and stuff like that by comparison. Really quick, I'm going to toss on these decals. Let's see, decals, Forerunner. See, the glyph 1 doesn't glow, glyph 2 does. So I was thinking about grabbing some of the ones from glyph 1 and being like, yeah, they're painted on here. And they're actually just the right scale already. And have it go down the front. You know? And basically just have a whole bunch of these coming down here. And if I can, I'll do some other, like, some other kind of writing as well. That doesn't match the Forerunner writing, you know? That's like maybe the language that they spoke before they discovered this Forerunner structure. Okay. You're gonna snap it to the middle of that one. You just go down from there. Which actually does make them not line up. Huh, that's weird. I guess their center points aren't perfectly lined up with their, with the lines that go through them. It's a little frustrating. Let's see. Oh, I could just line it up there, I guess. That makes sense. Yeah, there we go. I feel like they're too close together. Yeah. Dang. Can't just line it up there. If I line it up there, we get slightly too close. They just visually don't feel right whenever they're that close. See what I mean? There we go. These are too far away. I had it right the first time, and then I snapped them all to that thing, and then... There we go. There we go, that feels a little better, but I do not like that their crosses are not lining up with one another. That is not what I want at all, so I'm going to go like this. Okay, that one lines up pretty well with that one, and this one lined it up pretty well with this one, but then they just didn't line up together up top. There we go. That feels a little better. This one needs to be a little lower, which means this one needs to be a little lower. There we go. And if we have a bunch of these on these, it's going to be pretty interesting, I think. Let's see. Alright. And now there are the others. There are these symbols, which are separate. And then there's the sigils. And the runes. And the rune text is especially useful. And I might do that one. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Why can't I see this? There we go. I'm going to do this with the rune text. Come on. Let's see. Oh, I see. I gotta go with the very, very slow moving one. And then I can get... Oh man. That sounded like they're fighting out there in the hallway. And then I can do this. And this is a lot more decals for a lot less budget. Like a lot more text written on the wall for a lot less budget. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one at the bottom. And then have this here in the middle. I'm going to center it with the brackets, basically. Like that. And then I think I might need to move it closer. Let's see. Yeah, just a tad. And then this one's going to be centered with the area just above the bracket. It appears to also need to get much closer, and I'm not sure how that one got so far away. Oh right, this thing is curved. Yeah, okay. That's why it's gonna kind of look a little weird. And then this one will go... Do I have that one lined on the bracket or above it? Yeah, above it. Okay. This one will go below the bracket. And then you end up with this really cool text. And then we're going to do this one, where I'm going to snap this one to, we'll do the middle. And then just drag it this way. So that they're basically the same height. And this one will be lined up with this middle piece. Or this bottom one, I mean. And then this way. There we go. And then we need a new rune set. Now this one's too short. I want the one that's roughly the same length as the other one. There we go. There's a good one. And kind of like that being this way. Yeah, that feels better. And then we'll grab the scale of this one, which is basically 8 by 1.8. 8, 1.8. And then that should line up nice. Oh, well, I'll put it into the middle of that one. And then I'll bring it over. Yeah, looks cool. Okay, we're doing a little bit of art, a little bit of block out. I'm not supposed to be doing that, I know. I know how you're not supposed to, but... Then I was thinking about putting another line of text on the top one, which would be a shorter one, like this one. Feels better that way, in my opinion. And I know that these are not going to be like... If you read these, if someone who is like really, really into Halo, you know, to the point where they know, like so into Halo lore that they could read these, which we went through them whenever it came out, but like I would not be able to read these. Then they will know that this is like gibberish because of the way that I'm aligning them. It's sort of like contradicting itself and everything like that. But that's just a minor thing. I think that with this one, I want to do the same one on both sides. You know what I mean? Like you'd have like a repeating, like a mantra kind of thing in this sort of case, you know, where you probably would have it saying something. But like that could be like, you know, like this could be saying one thing and that could be saying something else, but then these two are kind of saying something like the same thing. Like maybe this is like a title of someone and this is their name, for example. And this could be the people who built this place originally, or it could be something else. But I think that looks really cool. I might do the same with these if I keep these here at this doorway. But yeah. Alright, so anyway, we got the staircase. I'm going to make the staircase basically, because we're building it ourselves, we can actually make it like come up and curve if we want to, or do whatever we want. And we can also, you know what? Let's go like this. Let's actually... Okay, we're going to delete that blocker because it's apparently messing us all up. And it wasn't right anyway. If we go out like this and then we come around, we could like... Yeah, we could like center it to the room. Like when you're standing here, it's pointing at you and you can go to the door and you can go to that door. And then we could also have you go up the other way. So let's go ahead and block this out as as just a ramp. Because right now it would be foolish to continue just making the thing before we even know the exact shape I want of this ramp, you know. So go to floor. That's not right. This is in structures. I'm going to go to Halo Design Set. Floors. I know there's a ramp, but I'm going to go with floors and just angle them. Some floor standards. And I kind of want it to be a gradual slope. So 20 degrees is good enough, is just right, I think. I'm just going to snap it to there for now. I'm going to make the x-axis double, 32. Okay. And then we're going to go to 45 degrees, so rotate it around. And go up from there. Okay. Maybe... I'm trying to think of exactly how I want this thing to go up. Because, like, I can flip this around and make this that way. And then have it come up and go there. And not have to worry about this gatehouse being on the other side of it. I could move this entire gate structure back farther, and then make a larger area here, and like sort of like you know, extend the base out backwards a little bit, which might actually be good because when you're looking at it from above, you'll be able to go all the way back like that. You know what I mean? Like I could have the flag spawn back here, and then make it to where you maybe can only drop down there, so you have to still run toward the flag. Or you can only barely land, like, just outside of the flag. You can't land on it and grab it off the pedestal, you know what I mean? You can't land on the pedestal itself. So maybe I do want it to be longer, in which case I can actually prefab all of this, because we've got it all aligned with itself very nicely. I'm going to probably go off that, maybe that? Hard to say. I'm going to include these in it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to include those, and then I'm going to base everything off of those locations so I can snap them to the ground very easily. And that should be pretty cool. Grab these little text off of there. And then the wooden doors off the back. And that should allow me to move the entire thing as one. It sure does. And then go back. Just wanted to give it a second so that I didn't overdo it. And then we're gonna go ahead and just grab it and drag it back here. In which case, oh, right, I had that prefab for copying over to the other side of the map. In which case we do this, and this wall, which was here, can move. In which case this could be on, and we could, yeah, I can move that. Let's see, I think I had, hold on, I think I had this lined up to there. Man, they are going crazy today. They are refusing to let me do a proper stream. Okay, let's see. Sorry, guys, if that's at all disruptive to you guys, but such is life. Okay, so we've got this ramp here. That's actually kind of interesting too, because now they have to contend with people that might be up there, and I'm liking that. Which also means that I can put, I really like this a lot because, where did I put the roof? Oh, there it is. If I wanted to, why didn't it select the new roof? That's weird. Oop, that's not right. World, okay. If I wanted to, I could, obviously would have to scale this up to actually fit this space. Which is fine because I wasn't certain that I liked how thin these are anyway. They're pretty good if you're going off of bamboo pieces of roof, you know, which was what inspired the original metal pieces that they eventually made. But these are metal, so these are sort of metal chutes kind of thing, like metal rolling roofs top style, so like the brass kind. And so I'm a little hesitant to, you know what I mean, but basically I can have that roof come all the way down to here. I can restructure it. This is kind of just a proof of concept that I could use these barrels, because these are a bunch of barrels. One, and then it changes angles, and then it changes angles, and then it changes angles again, yeah, like that. And that'd be kind of cool to be able to be, you're going up this ramp, and you can jump up there. And I could do something very similar over here with its structure, where this ramp will come up onto it. Obviously I've got a giant column there. Wait, hold on. The giant column is... Oh! Wow. So I made this base, and then I positioned it, and I thought it was too far. Apparently this goes this way, I think. Or it goes farther back? Hold on. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, that should have been the final column. Which means whenever I copied it to the other side, it was very wrong. Because I've got the rock there. I am planning on... I might do this right now. Let's do this right now so I can figure out what's going on here. Let's see. So I need to get objects... Let's see. Primitives. Block. Okay. Now this is going to go over here. And then what we're going to... Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. And then we're going to go here. Okay, so that is the middle of the map. I thought I had placed everything in the middle of the map correctly, but apparently I didn't. Is it also not angled correctly? What happened to the map? I had it exactly in the middle, I thought, for a little bit there, but I must have somehow re-angled it. Oof. Everything's off. I thought that that thing was in the middle, but I must have somehow... Oh, I see what happened. It's lining up with this block here. I must have somehow moved everything based on this object's location instead of one of these, like I thought I did. I thought I did one of these. Let's see. Yeah, that would have been in the middle. But I must have somehow at the time had it prefabbed with that object. Ah, yeah. Hey, guys, stop that! Guys, stop it. Do not do that. You're banging on the doors too much. You're gonna bother our neighbors. Alright, let's see. Let's go this way. I guess this way works. And the idea is to use this as a measuring stick. Alright, I gotta go deal with whatever they're banging on the door for. Stop banging on the doors, guys. Not only are you bothering us in there, and go get them. They're in the they're right there. You can just get them out of the fridge. Just go get them. The little pouch thingies. Yeah, that's fine. Banging on the door when they ask them for a snack, they know perfectly well how to get for themselves. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see now. Okay, if I make this here-ish, and let's just make this 775. Alright, and then over here, where does it go to? Past that. Yeah, see? So this is definitely off. I have a feeling that all of my columns on the side, I just sort of eyeballed them, but I think that nothing about my two sides were lined up correctly. And so to make this sort of like properly balanced, I think this needs to be to like around there. I would probably want to make this perfect, but I know that this is also not going to be perfectly symmetrical. So I don't know that that's actually entirely necessary. I think the main thing to get perfect would be, well, first off, I'm not in the middle of the map. That's right. Right. I forgot about that. So I've got to figure out now, I got to put this to this, and I need to grab like everything. Basically. I basically need to grab everything with that object grabbed first, and then like prefab it all and drag it to the side. Is essentially what I'm looking at here. To put the water wheel right in the middle, because that'll be a perfect division of the map. With that waterfall obviously not being quite lined up correctly. Which means that the one of the teams would have a slightly better time with that, and I need to probably adjust that. But what I might actually do, and I was thinking about this already, was putting a double waterfall. Like put another one there that's like a slight angle coming down, and then in which case it won't matter that that one's off to the side, because the middle of it will still line up with this. You see what I mean? So that's what I might do. Let's see. Problem is that a lot of the time I am doing art and block out kind of at the same time. It's kind of a mistake, because then I sometimes get in my head that that is how it's gonna be, right? That's already done, that's already in position, when it's not. You know what I mean? Not that specifically, but just in general. Okay, so there, and then we can widen it, and we can hide that gap there that's being formed with a giant splash that will be going off all the time, or a rock or something. But yeah, sucker tree in the middle. We moved over a bit to right where it turns, which will make that gap kind of make sense. A sort of like visual divide there. You see that? It'll kind of make a little more sense because there's a rock above it. So we kind of like the water is, you know, making a wibbly kind of part kind of there, wibbly wobbly part there, and that looks a lot more centered. Now all I need to do is center the rest of this. I'm thinking that what I'll actually just do is if I just drag it until this says at the bottom that it's almost on Y axis there, you see position is 26.02. If I grab everything, I grab this and I grab everything else, right? Which I should. I don't think I can grab everything because these are going to be huge. I won't be able to grab the sakura trees in the same bunch, but I can just eyeball those locations. These are a ton of pieces up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down Shift and select everything else other than the sakura trees, which means I need to... Did that get everything? I'm at 97, but it still won't let me... Oh, these prefabs must be too big. Okay, yeah, that's not going to work too well. Well, okay, in which case I need to do what I normally do. And that is where I grab... I can align this very easily by placing another one of these in the spawn, in the origin point of this wheel, right? So it's right there in the origin point somewhere. There we go. Yeah. So if I then select, if I then move this wheel, these should have the same origin point effectively. So what I'm going to do is, just to verify that, is, how did I get that primitive cube to appear before? Where was I? Now it's popping around and not letting me move. It's pushing me. Okay. Come on now, where's that primitive cube? Where'd it go? Got too much geometry here in the middle where everything's clipping together. Okay, we saw it a second ago. Let's go forward and back toward it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that, and then we select this one, and we go magnets off. That's not what we're trying to do. Yeah. Okay, there's the back end of the cube. Okay, so it's not snaps to the origin point. Alright, I know what to do. Alright, bring this out. Okay, simple way is this. You select that one, select this one, go over here, hit forward. There, now it's in the exact same spot as that other one. Done. No problems. Now we just need to find it inside of it. And that one should stay there. So whenever we move this water wheel, that one will still be in the same spot. And the usefulness of that is that now I can grab everything I can that'll let me, and then I can move it over, and everything that leaves behind I can move over afterward. So I can grab all this, which also probably has the primitive cube, so I can't bring that with me. I need to deselect that one if I do have it selected. Yep, deselect that one. Cool, so we leave it behind. And then we're going to move it over until it says 0 there. We are going to stop, hold the button for a bit, let it load, and release. And then I'm going to save it, because I haven't saved it in a long time. And then we're going to switch to that 0.001. Go over until it says 0 or -0. There we go, 0. And then let go after a couple of seconds. Now most of the map has been dragged over. Let's save it. Now we're going to go in here. And we're going to turn off everything that has been dragged over, which means I'm going to probably want to move it into one big folder, but unfortunately it's already in a bunch of different folders. So we're just going to manually... Oh. Good. That worked. I didn't know it would do all that. Thought I'd have to manually go through. That's really cool looking, by the way. Wow. That is a really... Like, you could take a cool screenshot like that. Like the way it looks over there, especially with the staircases and everything. That is really rad. Okay, now they're all gone, and we can just go back to our cube, right? We're gonna select our, gonna make a copy of our cube, and leave it behind. So we're gonna come up here. We're gonna select everything that's left. Try to avoid the sakura trees because they're gonna be enormous. Why is it letting me select the objects that are invisible? Oh boy. Well, I wish I had locked them all while I had them all selected, but now I gotta go through and just lock everything that's invisible really quick so I can't grab them. And that will solve that problem. If I had just hit the lock button while I still had them all selected, it would have locked all of them at once. But I was unaware. At least I think it would have. The same way it did the eyeball just now, all at once. Let's see. Oop, wait, I got too many. What am I doing? I'm grabbing everything. Okay. Here we go. Lock all of these. And let's see. Man, no one else is streaming. I was hoping to potentially host somebody at the end, but We don't have enough people, and then on top of that, nobody's streaming right now. That's because everybody's playing the game right now, because there's a big update. I don't know if you guys are even actually watching or if you just left me on to support me. And I appreciate it if you did. Let's see. Either way, I appreciate it a lot. Let's see. I gotta lock everything because I might grab something by accident. And we don't want that. It's 148 clicks. Very frustrating, but that's okay. Oh no, what just happened? Go back down here. Okay. Hey guys, I'm gonna be there in just a second. Just wait on for a little bit. Alright. Alright, so now I should be able to grab everything that's left. Okay. Alright. So now I got all these. Let me go see if I missed anything. I gotta grab this rock. But I don't need to grab the soccer tree on it. That's like almost 100 pieces. 100 objects. Oop, what the heck? I'm hitting the wall. And then that piece. Okay. I think we're pretty good. Did I grab this one yet? Yeah, I grabbed that one. And then I need to deselect one of these so we can leave it behind in case we need one more. But it's looking good so far. I think we're good. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I didn't select this thing in the middle as our original. Wait, did I? Yeah, it says 26.01. Good. Alright, so let me go over here. Set to that. Bring it back to 0. Let go. And we can... we should have everything shifted over to a central point. And that should have happened a long time ago. But there we go. Now we should be good to go. It should be perfect. And that means that whenever I measure it off of the other side, it should work perfectly. And, yeah. Be a lot easier to block out that way. Okay, so now we go up here. And we, lock... Why is everything in backdrop? Oh, man. Seriously? I told this not to be my main thing. I told it to make this one... set... I don't know. Somehow you can set something as your root folder, and for some reason it set this one to it, and I'd set edit and layout. Anyway, lock all that, unlock it, 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 and everything should be back. Now, eyeball all that, and then bring it back. Eyeball all that, bring it back. Do it to that. And do it to that. And now we've got the entire thing. This is, by the way, something that's a work in progress that might be something I do later, but it's going to be possibly an interior. You'll see whenever I can get that to... If I can get it to work and decide to use it. But I'm probably not going to, but I don't know. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Oh, that's not supposed to move. Okay, so then now I can finally grab this. What? Why didn't it grab this? And then go up here. Set that to 0. And now that measurement is actually measuring correctly across the gap. And I can see where it goes. And look at that, it's poking right into that base guide. And I can drag these back so they don't get in the way of seeing where it actually ends. So now it's going to there just above the ramp, and it's going to there just above the ramp. I mean, this one seems to be like it needs to go a little bit further back. To like there, maybe? You can kind of see it's about that far through. Now this is right at the top of the ramp edge right there. So this has got to be even farther. Now this one's ramp isn't angled, so it doesn't need to go exactly there. It would just be with this part right here is where it would be. So we gotta just go to about there. And then that means I can put this back where it goes relative to it. And this one as well. And then I can put these based on that. But anyway, So this side's going to actually have these columns, so I'm going to make them look good over here. And then this side's not going to have them. It's going to have a different thing. So yeah. So you can kind of see the base block out kind of coming together. The other side's going to have a very similar one, but it's going to have implied that the structure has a different structure. You know what I mean? But then different parts are going to be in disrepair on both sides to where they're effectively the exact same shape. Like gameplay-wise, they're going to have basically the exact same shape, but then they're going to have ruins of what would have been more structure going on. Like for example, the idea is, let me turn the music back on real quick, and then we'll continue. Basically, the idea is that like maybe more structures clinging to this cliffside. You know what I mean? Up on the side there, and then that kind of like a second and then a third story or something like that. And then over here, though, it would actually go straight up from the castle. It would come all the way out, but then this outer castle wall is there, and then there's a holes in the floor, like I was saying before in the video. So instead of there being a structure that's supposed to be here that's gone, there would be structures to the side, and it would just be an open roof, an opening in the ceiling. Because this structure is a smaller, more, you know, a simpler, smaller structure. Man, they are being so fussy today. So anyway, I think I gotta get going, because, you know, the kids are being very fussy. And, this is coming together pretty well. And what I'm saying is that these are placeholders. They're gonna be like probably natural rock, like archway, kind of like natural cave carved out rock, and stuff like that, which is gonna be pretty cool. But for now, this is good. I might work on it some more today if I can off stream. But otherwise, yeah, this is probably going to be the end of it for today. And I don't think I have enough people to raid somebody, to host somebody. So I think it's just going to be it for today. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later.